I'm not saying good morning. I'm saying good afternoon. We are live, as we promised you, from the Landing Hub. We are in Pacific, Missouri. People are just starting to show up. We're going to showcase this entire hotel, this boutique hotel that has been here now for 3 years. We're going to be broadcasting until 6 o'clock, and then don't go anywhere, because then a mile down the road, we're going to go to their second location, which is the Cigar Vault. Very cool spot. We'll have some drinks together. We'll celebrate a wonderful broadcast. But we would love for you to come, because this is what you really need to get here to the hotel so you can see firsthand just how amazing it is. There is a photo booth here. We've got food here. The pool is still open. Actually, the pool is going to remain open until November. If you have any questions, any comments, I saw some people telling me that they've already stayed here and how much they loved it. I have a friend who reached out and said that she stayed after a wedding that was in the area. That I think was going on for Bigfoot, which happens to be her family. And there was another event that they stayed here for. So some people have already experienced how cool it is. We've been talking about this behind me. This is from the Taj Mahal. It's actually in 3 separate pieces. They brought it here. A huge aviation scene that they have here in the hotel. The kids are going to absolutely love it. But what do you think about having an entire hotel for your family or for your friends? We've got something that we announced on Monday morning, or actually Tuesday morning, when Jennifer and Shane, the owners of the Landing Hub, were my guests. We talked about how you could win the entire hotel for yourself, maybe a big event. Think about weddings. Think about family get-togethers, right? We've got those family reunions. Holidays are coming up, birthdays, showers. This could be your place. And we just launched on our social pages how you can have that for you. It's a really cool thing that we're running from right now all the way through October 31st. You get a discount on a stay that you book, maybe for you and your hubby, significant other. You want to have girlfriend, weekend away. You can book a place right now until October 31st, get 5% off, and then be entered into a drawing for the entire hotel to be yours. It's super cool. Again, only those of you that get into that drawing will have that opportunity. So we're going to sit down and talk to a lot of people who have been here before. They're going to talk about why they love it so much. Jennifer Blakely and Shane Mayer are the owners, and they're going to be sitting here with us instead of me telling you the blue chair, the pink, and a black chair when we return.
Monica's show. It's very informational, but more importantly, inspirational.
People such as myself and others can come out and talk about real issues that are taking place in our communities.
These are amazing, really, really important topics that don't get discussed enough.
It really just promotes people who are making change and doing good in their lives.
And just like that, voila, it's like magic. I made the people show up. We're going to do that with you. Wave the magic wand, and we'd love for you to get out here. I know sometimes people say, I can't make it to the live shows, but I'm watching the entire time. Whatever it is, if you can watch for the rest of the broadcast and then share this with your family and friends, that's what we would love. I just mentioned that Jennifer and Shane would be joining me. Thanks for having us now in your space after joining us in the studio early this week.
Well, thanks for coming out.
Yep, greatly appreciated. So we're talking about the Landing Hub. It's been here for a few years. For those that didn't get a chance to see the show earlier this week, why Pacific?
Why not Pacific? Pacific has got a lot to offer. People just don't realize we're 2 minutes off the highway. Purina Farms is one of the best dog show facilities in the country.
30
It's
miles
just
from
a couple
downtown
minutes
St.
away.
Louis. We've got a ski hill 10 minutes away. Six Flags 10 minutes away. It's an hour away from Herman.
Yeah.
You can get it everywhere from here.
And a lot of people are not wanting to stay in the city any longer, right? I hate to say it, but from a crime aspect, people are saying, I don't want to be in the city. They're not even going into downtown for some events right now. So people are going out more west, and that's where we are. An incredible town. We're showing some pictures here. It's known as a train town.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, hey, listen to the trains. But here it's called the Landing Hub, and why?
Pacific is home for the train town, but everybody loves cars. Everybody loves trains. Everybody loves airplanes. My father was an airline pilot, and we just decided, hey, the hub is what puts people together, and everyone loves transportation. So why not? The Landing Hub.
Why not? And
Land here.
You're looking at some of the pictures. You mentioned earlier this week, but people may not have heard it, that your pool is remaining open until November,
Yes.
right?
It is. It's heated now. It's not a hot tub, so if it's 32 degrees outside, the pool will not be open. But on the great days when it's 70 degrees outside, and you're not full of kids that are on their summer vacation, you can actually relax and enjoy the pool a little.
Absolutely. And again, it's been here for 3 years, but kind of a hidden gem for some people. That's the same thing. When I met Jennifer at the Adventure Unknown broadcast that we did, which you all are big and part of that, and your friends that were watching that day when you were in the studio, they were all like, yes, I love them, and we're so excited for them. But there's still a lot of people that had never heard of it, right?
Absolutely.
Now it's about getting the word out there. You mentioned that there are, 4 different wedding venues in the area?
Oh, we've got, I think one day I figured out 30 within 35 miles.
Oh my gosh.
But we have 4 within 3 miles.
Yeah, within 7 to 10 minutes. And with the cost of everything going up, all the rooms, 6 of them have their own kitchens, but we have a large community kitchen. So you can actually go on a vacation with your kids. You can cook breakfast. You can cook your dinner. So you're not having to go out for 3 meals a day on top of the cost of staying somewhere.
Absolutely. And so one of the things we talked about, because it is either wedding season or we have family get-togethers for family reunions, and everybody's trying to come in from different states, right? We get into the holidays and you're trying to keep everybody together. When they're not thinking about it, all of a sudden it becomes, oh, this person, aunt, staying over here. They're like miles away, and what's their transportation? That's why it's so big to be thinking about an entire hotel booking, right?
Absolutely. And it's only, we can sleep 80 people in a variety of different rooms. Every family member, every cousin, every Uncle Larry, Eddie, we've got a place for everyone. And if Uncle Joe wants to sleep in the Star Wars sleeping pods, then, we have those too.
By the way, I am so going up there. I looked at them earlier. I'm getting in one of the beds so I can show you. There's the picture view, but we're going to go up. We're going to walk around the entire hotel.
Actually, had somebody that works for Lucasfilm stay last night.
Are you serious?
Yes, they booked a room late, and when they arrived, they were doing Instagram photos and all of this different stuff, and they were traveling to Oklahoma. And so now Monday, when they're going back to Chicago, they're staying again.
How cool.
And
how did they find out about you?
They found it on booking.com.
Very cool.
He's the tattoo artist for Star Wars Lucasfilms.
Did he do tattoos in Tatooine?
He was very tattooed.
But it was awesome just to see, adults as excited about Star Wars as I was. And then I completely geeked out as he's going through his phone and he's showing me all these pictures of him with all the people from Star Wars. And I'm like, oh, and that's what they do is they travel around and they look for things that are Star Wars.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to reintroduce our guest. If you're just tuning in, again, Jennifer Blakely, Shane Mayer, they are the owners of the Landing Hub here in Pacific and just a mile down the road, the Cigar Vault. So if you can come here at any point of the broadcast, then follow us right down the street. We would love that. I didn't get a chance to ask you when you were in the studio, when you started to figure out, all right, we're going to turn this into a boutique hotel. How did you start thinking about the design of the rooms, and where did the inspiration all come from?
It really started with, we touched base a little bit about trying to find out with our previous Airbnb guests what was kind of our avatar, and there really wasn't one. And so that's why it's a sprinkle of all of the rooms. If you're traveling with 10 to 12 people, there's a room for you. If you're traveling by yourself, there's a room for you.
Yeah.
It's great because you can have 4 or 5 family members, but you can all have your own space, but still be in the same place. And, go ahead.
Man, my husband was here and he was talking to some people earlier and he's like, and it's funny because I've got my team behind the scenes that are in their 20s and he goes, so this is what you all call a hostel.
Yeah. And at the time, our mayor, when we were going in front of planning and zoning and all of the different steps, our mayor was like, can we please not refer to it as a boutique hostel? Can we call it a hotel? Yes. But that was before COVID. And so for people that traveled, the thought of having a hotel that didn't have staff there to bring you extra towels and you had to let yourself in, they were just like, there's no way. Nobody's going to stay at a hotel that's unstaffed. And now you use your phone
for everything.
Yeah. You don't get your bed made up every day. You don't, have room service. All these things that people were so accustomed to are now gone. And that was
But they don't have them at the Hilton. They don't have them anywhere.
Yeah,
anymore. So
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's really the way the world has transitioned. I mean, everything we're in an it world, meaning immediate. People are wanting immediate things, and the hotels weren't necessarily delivering it right away. So now you have the opportunity to do it on your own. So tell them, for people who have not been familiar with that, though, if they're booking and they set it up, so they get into the rooms with a code.
Yep. So you just go to landinghub.com. You can enter in your dates, how many people. It'll pull up the available rooms, and then you book right there. You pay. You'll get automated messages. We're there. When you have a question, it's not a chat bot that you're answering. If you have your batteries in your remote die, we have extra batteries in your room for you. Like
You've thought of everything.
We try to think of everything, and it's still evolving. But you'll get your door codes, you'll get your room location, and that way you can just come in, and you don't have to check in at a certain time. If you're on the road and you get here at 11, then you're there to check in at 11.
So they don't have to wait till 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon like most places do.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
It's more convenient and more user friendly, really, if you wouldn't say it that way. We're at the landing hub, and we talked about what is behind us. Jennifer and I were just mentioning. So literally, you had to cut this in 3 pieces, right?
They cut it when it was built in Trump Taj Mahal. It was built together, and then when they took it out, they had to cut it to get it because it was built.
So they just separated the metal, and then we had to use forklifts and bobcats and pallet jacks,
friends in flip-flops,
and it cost me a lot of beer to get this thing moved here.
Have you shown Trump this? Have you tagged him in a
have
social?
not.
Yo, you need to. Donald Trump. Here you go. Come do a debate here.
He probably doesn't even know it was ever anywhere.
Yeah, so if you didn't know that came from Trump Taj Mahal, which is super cool. So many really unique things here, as well as sentimental things that have to do with your family in the pictures.
Absolutely. And then when you're talking about what was our inspiration, I think our children were our inspiration in putting together our rooms, the bunk beds, just the design, everything, and what's functional, what do we need, what do we not need in our travel with our kids.
And the majority of everything in here was repurposed. My favorite restaurant, Filippo's in the Valley, closed, and I ran up there at the auction to buy all the artwork that I've always looked at when I was in there, having dinner with my kids.
Sure.
His cousin Ronnie has an auction house in Chicago, and I said, I want vintage travel stuff. Vintage, just find it. Let me know when it's there. This woman had passed, and she had boxes. And I mean, we're talking to fill up the room boxes. Each box was filled up with postcards that she mailed herself. There was money. I mean, she has an Avita playbill from 1978 from Paris. Wow. She has the receipt from the taxi cab that she took to go see it. So all of these postcards are all things that she mailed herself. Every piece of artwork in the room are from maps of places that she went. And so after we started building and creating and making all of these things, I reached back out to find any of her family members to invite them to come. And she didn't have any. That's why it all went to auction. At first I was a little put back, and my daughter goes, no, that means she's going to live forever now. Now people are reading her postcards forever.
Right.
And there was
her legacy continues.
Yeah, exactly. There was money. I even had one of her boarding passes, and I had to scratch out her social security number.
Oh my gosh.
Her birth date.
Remember when they had a social security number?
Her phone number, her address. I mean,
they were very trusting back then.
Yes, they were.
So everything in here has a story behind it. That was my grandmother's luggage over there. My grandpa took that piece of luggage to war with him, and we have pictures of kids, our parents, grandparents, our architects' cars. It's all, every single thing in here has some goofy story.
Well, and that's really what life is about, right? You don't want to just sit there and go, okay, this is all so modern, all looks new. You want to go back. You've got some photo albums that will show you all these different, from a historical side, right? To look back. Were you impressed by the way that I knew one of the pictures was a Cobra?
No, you're pretty hip, chick. You know your cars. I'm not surprised at all.
I was like, hey, because I used to want a Cobra so bad. Yeah, right? So some super cool cars, aviation theme, and then the rooms. So we're going to walk through the hotel. We're also going to be visiting with people who have stayed here. And one of your favorite stories, right?
Well,
Are they here?
No, that was the one that stuck.
Oh.
But we've still got some other great ones. But yes, we did have a.
Well, go ahead and tell them, because those that didn't get a chance,
Oh.
what's one of your favorite stories?
And we had a wedding here over Memorial Day 2 years ago. They booked the entire hotel for Friday, Saturday, and had a Sunday wedding. So it was a 150-person wedding. They both are very well versed in events in the St. Louis area. So they had chairs delivered. They moved the furniture. They arranged everything just how they wanted it. And it was college friends, family from all over the country, from other countries. And she didn't want to just have a wedding. She wanted the wedding weekend. She wanted that to be the experience. So they had 2 family reunions. They had high school reunions, college reunions. And at one point in time, I walked in the laundry room and her grandmothers are in there folding laundry because they were looking for a broom and noticed that there was laundry that needed to be folded. And I mean, they invited us to their wedding. I mean, everybody we became part of their family.
Yeah, I love it. That's just how comfortable they felt, right? Just so
that was
real.
phenomenal. I don't know if that was the best, or one group got married during COVID and they wanted to have a circus or a carnival. They had a dunking booth. They had carnival rides, bouncy houses.
What?
Yeah, they rented the entire thing for 2 days and they had a carnival
over for the 4th of July. And it was a lot of conversations with our insurance agent, because I was just like, I was like, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to refer you over to her and you guys sort it out.
Because what you said earlier, Shane, you couldn't do that at I won't even name a brand, but you couldn't do it at right. You can't do it at these places, but you can here. Somebody just said, is it Elrica? Elrica, what a unique idea. The place sounds perfect for a family reunion. There you go. Yep. Elrica, I've never seen this name before. Safkovich, where are you watching from? I believe it's on Facebook. Did you just randomly find us? I love it. This is why we always tell everybody to share. I have diehards that are there at 7 to the second every single morning that I know the names of. Matt Lair, hello to you. Luann, good afternoon. You're from St. Louis. And have you ever heard of this hotel, by the way? I love being able to interact with people live.
Absolutely. That's so cool.
We are, by the way, right now on Facebook, YouTube, X, Rumble, and Instagram. Yes, they're right. Good evening, Tony. It's not normal that we say evening. We always say good morning. So we're going to be talking with an architect, right?
Next,
Jeff?
We have Bob and Ann.
Bob.
And they not only booked the entire hotel for their daughter's wedding the night after, they had their baby shower here. And you know, if you can say, like, we have some really awesome friends. They're not only the most amazing people.
We'll let them tell you what they do.
But yeah, they're incredible people. And from the beginning of me, it's like they've made this hotel part of their family.
So Stephanie says, looks like a nice place. It is. So I want you to spread the word. We mentioned earlier this week that you are also dog friendly. And yes. I had somebody who had reached out and they said, same thing I had asked Jennifer. Is there a certain size, weight, behavior they need to be well behaved?
Yes, they have to be well behaved.
It's like children.
No aggressive dogs. Our rooms, the pilots and the captains that can sleep 2 people, those are 1 medium to large dog. Now, if somebody's got 3 Chihuahuas, that's probably not going to be a problem. But we do try to be extra careful just because our proximity to Purina, and it's nothing for somebody to travel with 6 to 7 dogs.
Sure.
But we do have larger family suites that can accommodate more dogs.
Okay. And again, before we get a chance to talk to some of the people that have been here and then travel throughout the hotel, I mentioned this earlier in the week, but I'll ask you both, what are you most proud of in the last 3 years that you've been open?
The friendships, honestly, the most awesome thing about this business is meeting people from all over the world. And
how far has someone come?
New Zealand, Israel,
Canada.
Canada.
We
just meeting people and having the conversation with people, because my father was an airline pilot, and I've tried to teach that to my 2 phenomenal children who are at Ole Miss right now, hopefully watching and not studying, but
take a moment and watch, Dad.
Just get out there and enjoy people.
Yes.
Just you never know what their story is until you have a conversation with them, and it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. But we've had many nights here and making dinner and food with people, with our customers, and then we've done it all over the world. in our travels. So
Absolutely.
that's for sure.
I think that's a great answer, right? Community, because we all want to build a community together that continues to tell other people just how great it is. And Shane mentioned something that we have in our stories and reels going on right now, which is when people book, and if they book the whole hotel, like you were saying, what a great thing for a family reunion. That you probably want to think you're not just booking for a night, because you're going to regret if you don't have that multiple, and then think I got to uproot ourselves and go somewhere else, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody always regrets booking for one night because we give a discount for 2 nights and a discount for 3 nights. We do with the discount, but more importantly, we want you to make the right decision and spend an extra buck, and it's going to be well worth it because you get more quality time with your people.
So Elrica, yes, she said, I see online there's also a pool and disc golf. I'm going to show you the pool. We were originally setting up a shot. I don't know if it ever got set up or not, but we were going to have a still shot of the pool. We're going to show you that. If not, I'm going to walk around and show you some of the rooms. I asked what your favorite room was, and I just finally had a chance to see it. It's got a jacuzzi tub in it.
Yes.
That's like the spa room.
Well, everything here was designed to be, from us owning a commercial cleaning company, to be easy to clean, easy to maintain. I mean, we met with Rottler about bed bugs. We know more about cleaning than you could ever even imagine. And so everything here was designed to be clean. And so with that, we did forego like carpeting and different, aspects. But the Concord is the one room that has tapestries hanging on the wall. It's got pretty curtains. It's got sparkles. It's got the jacuzzi tub. It's got the big bed. It's the nice big soft room that makes you just like want to go on vacation to stay there. I love all of the other rooms, but that one was the one that I got to have fun with.
That's the one that feels special. Is that also your favorite?
Absolutely.
See, it's not just
because
for
I'm
girls.
not a Star Wars person, so I could care less about the pod rooms.
But you've got those rooms.
Right.
You've got this beautiful room. And then the other ones, you mentioned bunk beds earlier. So a lot of people are probably like, whoa, what? Kids love bunk beds.
So we have 2 boxcar rooms that sleep 7 people, and they're not just flimsy bunk beds. They are huge. 500-pound per bunk bed capacity. And then we've got yacht rooms that sleep 12 people that have double or triple,
We had
2
a
triples.
women's, what was it, a kickball, softball, and not to judge people, but we're laying by the pool, and I'm like, oh no, I hope that these women know that they have 6 bunks in that room, and and they came down, and I'm like, all right, is everything? They were drawing straws to see who got to sleep in the bunk beds because everybody wanted to sleep in the bunk beds. I was concerned that they were going to get there and be like, oh no, we didn't realize that that's what we were going to be sleeping in. And they loved it. We had a group of women that were in Purina. They brought in dogs for a dog show. And like the youngest of them was probably 60. And I will say, same thing. They drew straws because everybody wanted the top bunk.
That's awesome. I was just going to say, I could see a bunch of girlfriends coming here going, I want that. Or you could be funny with your husband and say, you're going up there. Or let's do the bunk bed. And then in the middle of the night, let's go down to this one, right? Just have fun with it. All right. Lots of hugs. People are giving hugs today, which, by the way, today's National Hug Day. So all of your friends that are showing up and all of you that we would love to see here. Yes, there is a pool, and there's a shot that we have of the pool. If Zach can pull that up for me, there's a pool and a pool table and disc golf. I'm going to do this real quick, and this real quick, and this, and I'm going to show you the pool. There you go. There's the pool. If you want to enjoy that, you can from now until November. Yeah. Because somebody that booked the hotel wanted the entire thing, right?
Yes, they booked the entire hotel for the 17th or 14th through the 17th, and they requested to have the pool, made sure it would be open. And
well, and I had mentioned earlier in the week that if you have someone so we've been talking about events, but I want to go into the meeting concept because you've got so many different people that want to get out of downtown, or like you mentioned, there's a lot of companies around here. Wouldn't you love to sit from now until November and get a chance to relax? And when you're breaking, instead of just walking up and down halls of a hotel or some sterile business environment, that you walk out and you sit down and look at the pool, or make something in the kitchen.
Play around a disc golf.
Yeah, and there's cornhole out there too.
Yeah.
So today, actually, if you come, we've got a pizza oven that's fired up.
Pizza oven. We've got a photo bus.
From my famous chicken wings, we've got some charcuterie boards. We have food. We have beer. We have an open bar.
See, people having fun.
I sell fun.
I set you up. Come on, you did it.
Thank you.
You knocked it out of the park. So see, there's people here having fun. I know some of you probably might be at work and you're scrolling through and you're stopping and going, the time is ticking away. I want to get away from work and I want to come out and have fun with them. Do it. We are at the Landing Hub again through 6 o'clock. Sometimes we go a little bit longer, but we'll be here for you. And then we're going to head down and we are going to go to the Cigar Vault, which that's been open 2 years.
2 years, exactly.
Super cool place. I saw Julie here. Is she going to hop behind the bar when we run down there?
I doubt it. But
She's off work. She's like, no, someone.
Like every single one of our employees and our kids and our family is they'll jump in whenever needed. So
yeah, there's nights we're up there and we're just walking home from dinner and you look in and the bartender's like, whoa. And okay, and I hop behind the bar and help.
Yeah.
Other bartenders hop behind the bar and help.
Right. That's what you do, right? Everybody, when you have a good team,
absolutely,
everybody comes together. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk with who again?
Bob and Ann.
Bob and Ann. So many people have stayed here. They're going to tell you why they loved it so much and why you are going to want to be a part of it as well. We'll be right back. The afternoon version of The Real Monica Adams Show.
I'm excited to announce my all-new mattress topper. In the times we're in, I wanted to bring you the best affordable mattress topper ever. So I took my two best technologies and combined them to make the ultimate mattress topper. And now you can get it for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. It all starts with my famous MyPillow foam that provides you that overall full body support. Second is the individual comfort supports that give you an amazing custom sleep experience. It's like it's made specifically for you. The queen size alone has over 14,000 comfort supports. This is the perfect mattress topper to improve any bed. New bed, old bed, your guest beds. Get them for every bedroom in your house. Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the all-new My Mattress Topper for as low as $69.98. Queen size only $99.98. Don't delay, order today.
Everyone knows about Jody's balls, and why is that?
I have the best ball.
Oh my God. Oh, wait. All right, welcome back. We're going to be talking with a lot of people this afternoon at the Landing Hub in Pacific. Bob and Ann, but what's your last names?
Trent.
Trent? Yes. Okay, what area are you from?
We're from Ferguson, but we live in Pacific now.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
But you grew up in Ferguson?
Yes.
I'm a Florissant girl, so
Are
no co,
Yeah,
right?
right
Yep. So what brought you to Pacific?
Our company moved down here, so we decided after being down here for 5 years?
Yeah, we loved it so much that we found a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk about that, because when we were looking, we actually looked for a house that was just like right up the street. Didn't happen to be the right house at the time, but we looked in Pacific. So for people who have never considered Pacific for homes, for business, for staying, tell them what you love about Pacific, the character about Pacific.
I think for us, it's the community.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody is so welcoming and wants to connect, wants to help, wants to volunteer for things. If you have some kind of thing going on, everybody, it's like, there's so many people that seem to really care about what happens in here. For me, that's it, really.
And Shane mentioned earlier, community.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, what are you on the chamber? You're on all kinds of things.
I'm on the Tourism Commission. I'm also a Chamber of Commerce director, and
President of the Friends of the Library.
She's a jack of all, a Jill of all trades.
Right.
I will tell you, I've never joined an organization until I moved here.
Interesting. So what is it about the Landing Hub that you are so drawn to?
Well, we're actually turned into friends with Shane and Jen, and I guess just from hanging out with those guys and get to know everybody. And I don't know, we hung out with like 40 or 50 people in town now, and then coming over here just to visit or hang out. And we ended up using it a couple times for a couple different parties, so work party and What, a baby shower?
Yeah.
See, and I mentioned showers earlier in the week when they were on set with us, wedding showers, bridal showers, baby showers, things like that. But it's also the fact of, convenience, right? You talked about work parties. Address that, because I don't know if we're looking right now at a picture of the room. We're going to walk around, as I mentioned, of the hotel, but it's just an entirely different, relaxed setting for a work party.
Yes, and that's actually the room that we used. And we probably had 40 people.
Yeah.
And then we fit very well, catered food in. There was no issues at all. It was a good time.
It was really nice. Yeah. And
You know,
then our daughter, we actually had her baby shower here, and it was during the middle of summer. And so half the people are in the pool, half the people are over at the barbecue, half the people are here. It's a great place because it has so many things. The whole community area where the whole, the commercial kitchen that they have that everyone shares. It's a cool place. I personally have never heard of it or seen anything like this until these guys built this.
No, and I had never even heard of it until just about a month ago. And I'm like, how has it been open for 3 years? And that's why we're doing so many reasons why we're doing the show today. But we wanted to spotlight just how cool it is. They are an incredible couple. They've got this entrepreneurial spirit and this dream. But the community is the message that I keep hearing over and over and over again. So I know you have to rush off. You've got something work related. But from both of you, for people who have never stayed here before, what would you say most that would draw them in to say, you got to book, or really book now because they have an opportunity to win the entire hotel?
Right. We've seen that. That's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah. Actually, it's a laid back, mellow place. I mean, you could just come here and relax. And that's what people need to do actually anymore.
You're right. New people. Because you're sharing a big kitchen area, or you're sharing the community area here, or you're sharing the pool. And so you might go to a hotel and there might be 2 other people in the pool, and that's the only time you interact with anybody. Well, here you can interact with everybody, like everywhere.
And there's the look at the pool again. We mentioned is open until November, but it really is. If you think more like a European aspect, everything's become more communal tables.
Oh, yeah.
And it is to get us out of our own way and meet new people that may become longtime friends, like family, right?
That's kind of what's happened down here.
Yeah.
I love it.
When we moved to Pacific, we probably had, 10 close friends, or not even maybe 10, maybe 5 close friends. We now have like 30.
Yep. See, you got an extended family. All right. Well, we're going to let them go. We've got more people that have stayed here, and they're going to tell you why you want to do it. But don't you want to book a room really quick so that you can get involved in
we might book a room.
Actually, our daughter, when she got married, she and all of her bridal party, they all booked here. So they were all together.
All of you from now until October 31st, if you book a room, you get 5% off if you use the code Monica2024 with a capital M. So from now until the 31st to book, but you have until March to use it, right, Jennifer?
Yes.
Yep. So you have until March to use it. It's obviously on a mutually agreed upon date because they've got people that are booking and booking. But if you book for yourself for a stay, or maybe you do a weekend stay, whatever, you're going to be entered in for a possibility to have the entire hotel as yours. And we're going to walk around the hotel coming up. We're here until 6 o'clock. Who we have coming up next, Jennifer? Well, we may walk around the hotel then. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you both.
Nice meeting you.
I appreciate it. Nice to meet you as well. And to all of you, if you have any questions, just let us know. We'll be back with more of The Real Monica Adams Show. This is my wonderful role model, one of my best friends.
She's, oh my gosh, you got a long life. You could probably live to be 130 or something. And I said, oh God, I hope not.
It's getting hot in here. Don't take off all your clothes.
I'm not going to take off my clothes. On the radio tape, going to be
Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. We're going to spank, we're going to speak. We're not going to spank anybody. We're going to speak about knowing your value. And then I'm going to
I'm going to spank them.
If you don't know your value and you don't grab hold of how important you are, I'm going to spank you. Folks, you never know what you're going to get with her. He wants to say, I can't believe I took your son's life. I don't know what I was thinking. I have so much regret and remorse. I've changed my life. Would you accept that apology?
I've never thought of that. Yeah, I would.
Do you think, because you talk about forgiveness, do you think that you all can ever forgive one another and come back together?
You know, it wasn't just right. I'm not perfect. I'm, just because my name is Bush, I don't have it all figured out. And I think they know that too.
I was cyclically depressed, so I could be the happiest person you ever met at 11 a.m. I could be on cloud 9, and by 7 p.m. that evening, I'd be sitting on a couch with a gun in my hand. Hard not to get emotional. I
never feel sorry for being emotional.
I really, I was at a space to where I couldn't believe that I had brought my children into this.
Where's the light? Because many of you probably feel that there's this darkness and there's this thunder cloud that's constantly over you. This family has dealt with so much.
Our journey is our journey. There has to be purpose in this pain. There has to be something more powerful. I have to find something to be blessed about every day. I have to count my blessings and have gratitude every single day.
And welcome back. It is an afternoon version of the Real Monica Adams Show. Thrilled to have you. We've already sat down and talked with the owners in studio earlier this week, and then we started off the show this afternoon, again with Jennifer Blakely and Shane Mayer. We'd love for you to come here before we wrap up at 6 o'clock. But before we do that, we are visiting with those that have stayed here already. So Jeff Day, I've been told that you've stayed here several times. Is that correct?
I have. Some nights that I can't, come alone. I bring my wife, but
and my kids. She's like, thanks.
Yeah. No, yeah, we actually had a party for our oldest daughter here when she graduated high school.
How long ago was that?
2.5 years.
Oh, so you got in shortly after they had opened.
Yes. It was probably a solid
about
year and a half. And I brought my entire team up here and any significant others that wanted to come for a Christmas party. We had dinner in town and we all stayed here. And so,
and what we're talking about, and tell me your name again. Shannon. Okay, I was right. So Shannon, what do you love about staying here? The difference of this compared to anything else that people would book?
Well, I think for us, the whole first floor is a lot of fun. And so the kids had a lot of fun staying here, obviously the pool, but we just found ourselves hanging out down here instead of in our rooms. Absolutely. And just enjoying all the amenities. And the whole family had a lot of fun together.
And one of the things that we talked about is that when you do get out of your room, get out of your own way, and you start talking to people, that's what I personally, that's what I love about when you go on vacation. But why not find people in your own community as a staycation? And then you become friends. How many new friends have you met from staying here?
Probably a couple dozen.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
And so if you haven't been here, we've been showing you some of the pictures. They've been talking about the kitchen and just hanging around. It's that communal aspect, right? Of just sitting with people, which in the past, people were just like, no, I need to sit with my own people. But it's really become a thing.
It absolutely has. I think there's a mindset that comes here where everybody knows it's communal without saying the word, right?
Yeah,
without saying it's communal. And it's, we've been here. I know I've stayed here at least a half dozen times, I think. And every time you meet new people and they want to talk to you and they want to know about you and vice versa. It's just, it's a different atmosphere than the rigid, turn your pillow over kind of stuff that you get from the other hotels. It's pretty neat.
Right. Just relaxing. Again, Jeff and Shannon Day, we're talking about the Landing Hub and why they have booked it so many times. So do you, in the 6 times that you've been here and stayed here, do you try to get a different room each time?
There's only certain. I'm 6'7".
I was just going to say you can't fit in the pods
that I can stay in.
But you have stayed in.
I stayed in one of those Jedi pods or whatever.
You did? Okay, well, here's the deal.
I think I came out of there 75 years old. I had kinks in every joint.
Don't say that.
I think there may have been drinks involved. Shannon just told me there may have been some of that liquid courage. I can get in this.
So why not stay and have fun?
No, I stayed there just because I wanted to see what it's like because they're so cool looking.
Yes.
But I would say 6'2" might be the cutoff on those.
I'm glad to know that you. Oh, okay. So I was
tall.
Does he? Well, he must still
6'7".
sleep in the fetal position. I sleep in the snore position. Whoa!
Oh.
Who brought these unsafe
See what happens when he has a drink in his hand? So we talked about it earlier. I'm glad to know that you've been at it because I was telling my team I'm going to get in one of the pods, and then I said maybe I'm too big, and they're like, "You're not too big."
No, no.
I'm with heels 5'10" to 5'11".
Do you sleep in heels?
5, yes.
Oh well. Well, 6'2's the cutoff.
I don't sleep
You
in
got
them.
a tape measure?
Jeff missed what I just said. I think he would have run with it. No, I'm going to jump in a pod, but I'm going to take the heels off because I don't want to puncture one of the Star Wars pods. So you've stayed in that. Have you stayed in the room with the jacuzzi?
We
tub?
did stay in
I
the
would-
jacuzzi.
Is
one,
that your
just,
favorite?
Just the two of us, without the kids. We had that one time.
But I don't fit in the jacuzzi.
You.
So I didn't bathe that night.
I would have thrown you under the bus, but I think you had too
That
much
was
to
the
drink
smell in
that night,
Pacific.
too.
Wow.
There's
Okay,
a
I am
theme.
throwing you under the bus.
There's a theme going on here with Jeff, evidently. He's like, and then he has another drink. No, in all seriousness, see, look, I've not ever met them, but I want to hang and have drinks with you and hop in a pod. So what? He wants another drink. What would you tell people that have never been here before that would get them to say, all right, fine, we're going to book and maybe we're going to stay for the holidays, or I'm going to buy something of a stay for a girlfriend outing, showers, things like that.
It would be a lot of fun for a girlfriend.
Right?
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah, I think the way it's designed meets really anybody's needs, right? Short of, I mean, you could have your private chef come and cook for you, I guess, but so short of sort of room service, I think everything else you need. If like when we stayed here, I forget, did we get 3 of the big family bedrooms?
Yes,
because our daughter had her friends stay in with them.
When
and
we
they
had her
one.
graduation party, yeah,
And,
we
and
did.
we have 4 kids, so
Oh.
yeah.
Did they? So have they all slept in the pods also?
No, they slept in the bunk beds that time.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mentioned earlier, kids love bunk beds. I mean, you don't get that at your whatever chain hotel, right? And the kids
And
are
it's
like,
the 3 levels. So
yes,
it's, yeah. It's
we're
even
going to
more
go in
fun.
there. Have you been on the bunk beds, Jeff?
You might be too tall for those two.
Yeah, I try not to hit my head on things as often as I can. So no.
And
no
if you have
bunk
too many
beds.
drinks, you won't remember it. You'll go, what in the heck
I'd
is wrong
probably
with
hit
my head?
on something else on the way. So, but we can jump on bunk beds here while I'm here. We can see if I fit.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if we should
Are they
jump.
the XLs?
I don't
Are
think
they
we
the
should
X-
jump on them.
Oh, they're XLs.
They are
I'll
XLs.
fit. So they're king size long. That's good.
And again, how many rooms, Shane? Total?
15.
15 rooms, 80 people, right? And if you haven't heard yet, check out my socials because I want to thank Tia. She put together this really cool reel right before we went on that talks about, and this is what's amazing. I mean, you've stayed here 6 times, so you know the experience of it. People can get 5% off of their booking right now by using the code Monica2024, capital M, Monica2024, and then do it because here's the deal. You get put into a drawing for the entire hotel.
Oh, crap.
Right.
That would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes.
And we got another kid about to graduate in 2 years. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep having kids. Jennifer said they'll keep having parties.
It's disconnected. There ain't no more of that.
All right.
Good thoughts.
I've been
Good
teasing you about it, so we're going to have to go up. I'm going to have my team walk up with me so we can actually showcase these rooms. Any last comments to get people to understand just how amazing it is here?
We love it.
Shane says they sell fun here.
Simply
Yes,
put, they
fun.
do.
I
yeah,
do. It's a
yeah.
lot
When you've
of
got,
fun.
and I don't say this because they're friends of mine, because I don't like a lot of people, but they're a lot of fun to be around.
Have you met my husband? Because you're like twins, evidently. Because he says it all the
He's
time.
tall, skinny, and bald.
He's tall. He's not bald.
Is he here?
He's out there,
He's
and
here.
he says all the time, "I don't like people." And you just said the same thing. That's not true.
That's not true.
You do not look like a person who doesn't
No,
like people.
Exactly. He's a very he's
Is he like this though? Yep, Shane, you're right.
Gotta find the right
Is it like this where he has fun and all of a sudden he's like, "Time to go. I've had
No,
enough."
that's her.
Oh,
That's-
really?
yeah. No, he has a lot of.
Are
He
you
can
ready?
talk to
Are
anybody.
you done having
but
fun
even
yet?
I can talk to people here. Like,
Look how much fun we're having. All right. This is what you could be having right now. If you're just getting off work, I'd love to see you. If you can't come before 6, then follow us over to the Cigar Vault. Are you going to come have drinks with us at the Cigar Vault?
I'm gonna have a cigar.
Okay, then you got to go meet. You told you are.
He likes cigars.
You've got go meet.
Oh, man. See,
Introduce
we're going
him.
clubbing after this cigar. We're going clubbing. Clubbing.
Jeff.
I went straight
Oh my
back
gosh.
to the early 90s on
It's-
that
and then
one.
you'll have to sleep in the pod again
Clubbing.
tonight.
Oh my God. I want a picture of Jeff and Jim in pods. Go find my husband, Jim. All right. Jeff and Shannon Day, again, just
together in one
no,
pod.
please. Not on the first night.
The real Jeff Day ain't having none of that.
Jeff, don't leave me hanging here. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you both. All right. Again, Jeff and Shannon Day. We have more. We have another guest, don't we? Who's coming up next? Heather? Our mayor. Oh, our mayor. Oh, I got to be, we need to behave. Mrs. Mayor Heather is coming on when we return here on the Real Monica Adams Show.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
Women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives. I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with our viewers and our listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
And welcome back. Good afternoon. The Real Monica Adams Show. We are live at the Mobile Monica at the Landing Hub in Pacific, Missouri. Let's walk around. Ashlyn and Emma to come with me. We are showing how much fun we have here in the space that we were talking about. So this is where the communal aspect is. There's a pool table here. I'm just going to paint the scene for you. All the pictures that we've been talking about, the cool shots of the old cars, the aviation aspect of it. So we're going to have Ashley actually show some of that. And I almost all the other show the cars of the whole. Yep. You didn't think that last night. All right. So there you go. So again, some cool cars, some cool aviation. And then we're going to come out here because this is where the pool is. People are grabbing drinks. They're having some fun. They've got food here as well. An opportunity for you to see where you can hang if you want to come and stay a night, stay a weekend, have the entire hotel in the winter. There's Jennifer with some friends that are here. And a photo. Right? Come there. You got to some hi, ladies. They're all having a seat at the door. No, I see. We said they were dogs. There you go. I was chilling. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, that's why it was so heavy.
Be careful. I guess set things up here. Yeah, she had to beat it and sand it and everything. Get it all. This is only up from that. So pieces, each piece 1,500 pounds. It is. I mean, it is. Well, it's just like I think you said. Everything you said, he didn't. He put it in a little bit, I guess. Weeks later, he finds out he had one. So, that's cool.
This is back inside that you all enjoy. So this is when we talk about the communal. It's just like, come in, have a drink, play a little ping pong, play a little pool if you want to, and have a good time. This is what playing pong is all about. Very good in the field, a lot of fun, a lot of relaxation, and enjoying new friends, the whole community aspect. So, let's take a break. We come back and talk a bit later, and then eventually we're going to go out and try and see that success or not. That's what I do. Go on here. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Let's go. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives. I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
All right, welcome back. We are well into the broadcast. If you're just tuning in, about an hour into the show, we've got about a half hour left visiting with many people that have stayed here. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering, hey, it's not 7 o'clock in the morning. That's right. We can take our show on the road anywhere. Right now we're in Pacific, Missouri, but we could go states away or countries away, and we're meeting cool people. We're going to be in Cabo San Lucas, by the way, in about a week and a half, and in Italy in November. So yes, when you ask, can you have the show from anywhere? The answer is yes. We're going to talk with really neat people whenever we're in these mobile Monicas also. But like, how about a mayor? I think I need to behave now. We were talking with Jeff and Shannon Day, and he was just off the chain. Now we're going to talk with Mayor Shannon Philly. Heather Philly. Mayor Heather Philly. Yes. Got it right? There's so many names in my head right now. Well, thank you for having us in your town.
Oh, thank you for being here. It's such an honor to have you guys here.
And so, Mayor, you've been the mayor how long?
I've been the mayor since April of 2022.
2022.
Stop and think about that. Yes.
And so where did you grow up?
I actually grew up in Fenton.
Okay.
However, I've been in Pacific for over 20 years. My husband and I moved out here and we raised our family here. So I think I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else.
And so you call Pacific home?
I do call Pacific home, yes.
And what do you love most about Pacific?
The people.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, the people here are just fabulous. Those that live here, those that come and visit our city and partake in our hotels, our businesses and all of that. It's just, you can't get any nicer folks in here.
And that's the thing. So if people are saying, well, I don't have any friends or the friends I have, right, they're not really there for me. A lot of times you got to find a new area.
You
and
do.
maybe this is it.
Yes. And we have lots of places in town to go meet those new friends.
Yes.
And you walk in and instantly you are met with a very, hello, welcome, what can I do for you? It is. It's very much, a Norm environment.
Normette.
Exactly. Regardless of where you're at in the city, that's the feel you get.
And so what are you most proud of that Shane and Jennifer have created here?
So bringing those businesses to the city that do give you that warm and welcome feeling. Here with the Landing Hub, they get visitors, they get local people that come and stay here, but they also get them worldwide. Yeah. And welcoming them into our community is what keeps bringing them back.
Yeah, I mean, how cool. We were talking earlier, in case you didn't hear this and you're just tuning in, they've had people come from Israel and New Zealand. And that's the thing. When people are from other countries, this is what they're used to. They're used to that more communal, right? Community aspect, eating at long tables together, having, rooms where I think a lot of cyclists know this kind of life, right? They cycle all over the place and they're like, oh, no, this is what we do.
Right.
And a lot of people just need to be introduced to it.
They
and
do.
You're able to do it here in Pacific.
Yes, and it's wonderful. And you also have people that are looking for, places to get married. There's wedding venues all over.
In here, just this area, right?
Yes, there are.
Beautiful wedding venues.
But they don't have the places to stay right then and there. And a lot of times there's guests coming in from out of town, family members, friends and all that. We're here at this location at Landing Hub, you can do it all in one place.
Yeah, and that's what we mentioned earlier in the week, and I'm glad we brought it up again, because you think about when you have family coming in and you are trying to take care of everybody, and you don't want the bride to turn into Bridezilla.
Right.
But she's wondering where aunt is and uncle is and friends are, and it's like, oh, they're all over town. And you feel like, oh my gosh, they're coming in from other states and they're lost.
Right.
That wouldn't happen when you have a whole hotel booking.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. And then, what things to do. They also have the Cigar Vault in town. That is another.
We're going there in about 35 minutes.
It's a great place. You're going to love it there. Again, that's really where that Norm feeling, comes in. You walk into Cigar Vault and welcome.
You know what? And Mayor, say this, because there are people who think, oh, cigars. And we're looking at the video of it. I took that a couple of weeks ago, fell in love with it. Julie's actually here, who was a bartender. Yes. We've been showing her on air several times. The humidor is in an actual bank vault.
Correct.
I mean, how unique.
It's very unique, because that business was a bank at one time, years and years ago.
I was going to ask you, you don't know how many years ago. Do you know?
It's probably 50 plus years. That building is so very old.
It is. There's so much history there. And then
1800s.
Yes. And then what I love is you've got to go there, because the pictures that are all over the wall are so creative. I love the fact that she put cigars in their mouth.
and I'll say, you don't have to be a cigar smoker to enjoy the Cigar Vault.
No.
You don't even have to be an individual that enjoys alcoholic beverages to enjoy the Cigar Vault.
Yeah, have a mocktail.
Have a mocktail. They have soda, have water, sit and have all the camaraderie with the people in town that go there on a regular basis, as well as those that are visiting, and make those new friends.
If you're just tuning in again, Mayor Heather Philly is joining me, and we're talking about a couple of different businesses, because Shane and Jennifer own not just the Landing Hub here in Pacific, but literally less than a mile down the road is the Cigar Vault. But I wanted to mention, you mentioned just the thriving aspect of it. A lot of kids like to come to the area because it's a train town. They loved, every little boy and little girl loves to watch a train and hear the train. Mm-hmm. But Jennifer and Shane were telling me about all the wonderful businesses that have just opened or are getting ready to open. Mm-hmm. There's a new wine place opening up and a smash burger place, right?
Yep, all right there in our downtown area of Pacific, right along West St. Louis Street.
Yep.
You can go from one end to the other, and you can accomplish so much with a family, as on a date.
Yeah.
Well,
we've driven, and this is also probably a great area for people to think about hopping on a hog, right?
Yes.
So my husband has a Harley. We've driven, before I met Shane and Jennifer, we drove down to the brew house or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's called. It is called the brew house.
Yes, it's a brew house.
I was like, it's like a brew house. Oh, it's called brew house, Monica. Brown Jerry's.
Yes.
So we know Jerry Holloway. I've sung with him in the past. And then we've got all these other cool places. The Mexican restaurant that you had us go to. What's the name? How long has that been open?
That's been open maybe a month or two. It's brand new here in
and
Pacific.
Authentic.
Yes.
And
authentic.
Such good customer service.
Yes,
very
much so.
And I love that, because that's what Shane and Jennifer did. They're like, hey, no, you need to go right down the street. And it's all about community lifting up community. Is that what you've seen since you've been mayor?
It has been, yes. And our community is really growing. And it's because of people like Jen and Shane that have allowed this community to continue to expand in the direction that it is.
Well, and I love the fact that they have been asked by different people, so why did you choose Pacific? And Shane says, why not? Maybe you need to come and realize that it's booming, it's thriving, and only going to continue to grow. That's what I really love. I keep seeing all these national stories about top cities that are making the national headlines of best places to live. Was Pacific on it in the past? I thought it was.
To be honest with you, I don't
Maybe
know.
before you were mayor.
It could have been
I'll
before
look
I
it
was
up
mayor.
for you,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
would
find
love
that
for it to
article, and
be,
you'll be
I
like,
would love for it
yes.
to be back.
So what would you most love to see in the next year, 5 years, 10 years for Pacific?
I would like to see growth, still both residential, commercial, retail, all that. I don't want us to grow too big overnight.
Sure.
Love the hometown feel, because sometimes when you get that too big, then you lose that camaraderie that we have amongst ourselves, where people know they can pick up the phone and call their neighbor and call their friends, and they'll be there for them.
Right.
But we do need that to continue to evolve.
Absolutely. Well, and you're right on that, Mayor, because there are so many towns that, let me use Nashville for a second. I go back in my early country radio days, and we used to go to the CMA Awards every year. Such a cool thing to do. But we would drive into downtown, and there was no traffic whatsoever. You start to see it grow, and you want to see growth, but you started to see it grow, and then all of a sudden the infrastructure can't take care of it.
Correct.
And you've got crazy backup, and people are like, I don't even want to drive into the area because I'm going to be in such a backup like LA traffic.
Right.
So we want growth, but we want to make sure the infrastructure is there ready to handle it, right?
Absolutely, definitely. And I think one of the perks with Pacific is that we sit just a little bit off of the highway, off 44. And there's a couple different ways to get to us, whether you get off at the Allenton Eureka exit,
which we did.
Yep. And come up Route 66, or you go to Gray Summit, or you get off in Pacific. And so that, I think, it helps with that traffic, allowing us to grow, but still be able to not have people sit in hours upon hours of traffic to get to us.
Because you get frustrated then.
You get frustrated.
Well, and you can just get off the highway and stay here,
Exactly.
right? So just
So you don't
stop
have
if
to go
you're in
anywhere.
traffic, I guess. But you just mentioned another thing, Route 66, so
Yes.
another historical aspect.
Absolutely. And we do have a museum, a welcome center, a museum, the Red Cedar Inn. That's right on Route 66. We're getting ready, and I've already started the planning for the big 2026, the centennial of Route 66, 100-year anniversary.
Oh, we need to take over with the Real Monica Adams takeover of Route 66.
Yes.
We need to start planning that, Mayor.
So we've already started it here as what we're going to do in the city to help, because we know the city is going to be really booming during that year.
Absolutely.
Because Route 66 is a fan favorite, especially in other countries.
How long is the stretch? Do you know? Anybody know?
Uh,
Google
yeah.
that. We say GTS. You know what that stands for? Google that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. See, we were raised right.
We were.
She's like, Monica, I'm a mayor. Again, the landing hub in Pacific. 2,448 miles of Route 66. It's just so fun. And you probably have people that have traveled the entire stretch, right? That they retired and then they decided to do the whole thing. Kind of like the Katy Trail. People take the whole thing because they've got time. She and I don't have that kind of time on our hands. She's running a city. I'm running a brand.
That's right.
All right. Any last comments for anyone who is hearing about this tonight and is saying, I never knew about it, but I've got a lot of ideas for them to pull the trigger to book a night or an entire hotel stay?
Yeah, I think it's just, just do it. If the thought has ever crossed your mind, just do it. You're never going to know if you don't try.
That's right.
And come to Pacific, try it. Try our hotel, the landing hub, try our businesses, our restaurants. Just come spend a weekend, even if you live 10 minutes away.
Yep. Yes, staycations are the best.
Staycations are the best.
I agree. And so when you have stayed here, what room have you chosen?
Well, the Concord is the favorite. I know if my kids were younger, it probably would have been a pod room. Those pods, I personally, I don't know that I could do the pods.
Are you claustrophobic?
I don't think I am, but I've looked in them. I'm not sure if I could actually sleep in one.
Oh, sleep in one.
I could probably crawl in and maybe lay down for a little bit, but I think it would get a bit too much.
How about, do you drink wine?
Yes.
How about you and I grab a glass of wine and we go sit in a pod?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do that.
The mayor and I are heading upstairs to go sit in a pod. So stay with us. That's coming up. You never know what I'm going to talk somebody into. That's coming up on The Real Monica Adams Show.
Discover your full potential with a personalized styling experience. Designing, customizing, and transforming the looks of men and women. Revamp your individual style and embrace what makes you, you. That's real confidence.
He wants to say, I can't believe I took your son's life. I don't know what I was thinking. I have so much regret and remorse. I've changed my life. Would you accept that apology?
I've never thought of that. Yeah. I would.
Do you think, because you talk about forgiveness, do you think that you all can ever forgive one another and come back together?
It wasn't just right. I'm not perfect. Just because my name is Bush, I don't have it all figured out. And I think they know that too.
I was cyclically depressed, so I could be the happiest person you ever met at 11 a.m. I could be on cloud 9, and by 7 p.m. that evening, I'd be sitting on a couch with a gun in my hand. I mean, hard not to get emotional. I
never feel sorry for being emotional.
I really, I was at a space to where I couldn't believe that I had brought my children into this.
Where's the light? Because many of you probably feel that there's this darkness and there's this thunder cloud that's constantly over you. This family has dealt with so much.
Our journey is our journey. There has to be purpose in this pain. There has to be something more powerful. I have to find something to be blessed about every day. I have to count my blessings and have gratitude every single day.
This is my wonderful role model, one of my best friends.
She's, oh my gosh, you got a long life. You could probably live to be 130 or something. And I said, oh God, I hope not.
It's getting hot in here. Don't take off all your clothes.
I'm not going to take off my clothes. On the radio tape, going to
Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. We're gonna speak. We're not gonna spank anybody. We're gonna speak about knowing your value, and then I'm gonna.
I'm going to spank them.
If you don't know your value and you don't grab hold of how important you are, I'm gonna spank you. Folks, you never know what you're gonna get with her. All right, welcome back. I promised you a little walk and talk at the landing hub in Pacific. So I've got the mayor. I talked her into this. She's like, I did not know you were sitting in the pod, but I got it. By the way, if you're just tuning in, you have to get a chance to introduce her. Mayor Heather Philly. She's been the mayor for the last couple of years. Loves the growth that they have here. And loves the fact that Jennifer and Shane opened this up. It's really thriving really even more with you. So let's go. Into the pod. We're going to walk in and show you the different areas of the rooms. We're going to go into the pod room. Oh, and there's a doggy. See, they're dog friendly. Actually, in this room. Pod room.
You can go in either one.
Oh, wait.
Two.
It says no drinks in the pods.
I know the owner.
You can't do this. But we know the secret code. Chewbacca. Okay. Mayor said she was a little nervous to sleep in one, so I challenged her to have a drink with me. Do we have a glass of wine? Because after all, I do know the owner, and she said it was okay to have drinks in here.
All right. Yeah. We need this on camera. We need two though. I think there's another one. Look at Julie's like, I am not bartending tonight. If you're just tuning in, cheers to all of you, by the way. It's been a long day. We did a show this morning, and now this afternoon, there we go. That's probably, did you already have some? So this is mine. There you go. Me and the mayor, we're going to have a drink in the pot. It'll probably be dark. Bear with us because we're being real here. Which pot? I'm going to let the mayor choose because you are the mayor after all. I'm going to do what you tell me to do.
I'm going to go in one of the lower ones just so I don't have to climb up.
Oh, I'm gonna kick my heels up and maybe climb. All right, you go in there. All right. This is what you can do. I don't care whether it's kids or adults. You can have fun. I'm
like, how exactly did you get in here?
She's like, Monica, how did you talk me into
I know,
this?
right?
And
And
she's
not
gonna kick
spill
back.
the wine. This is why you do not have drinks in these.
Or you do this. I'm gonna come in with you.
Okay.
Or a bunch of girlfriends come in.
Yes.
And you're just silly together. All right, this is gonna make the local paper. I can guarantee you. This is okay. Yeah. Jennifer's got a picture of this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Me and the mayor kick back and hanging in the pod. Let me try. What do you think, Tia? Should I try to get up there?
Absolutely.
Oh, she says absolutely. All right. Am I going to break the steps?
No.
Jennifer says no. Mayor, I'm doing it. She's
for
like,
it.
go for it, Monica.
Like, these are actually bigger than I expected now that I've been in them.
Are you sure I'm not going to break it? Oh, okay. Here we go. Butt camera. Up to the pod I go.
Here's your cards. You can turn it on.
Oh, wait. Oh, look at this. What do I do?
Just put it in that slot, and then the two
Oh,
knobs.
look at that. Look,
Two
Tia.
knobs to the right. Change your colors.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh, look up here, Tia. Oh, I like that. I'm looking for Monica Blue. There it is, right there. Monica Blue. This is super, super cool. I can understand why the kids love this so much. And it is comfy, actually. Just kicking back in a pod, just relaxing here at the landing hub. If your friends or your family are Star Wars fanatics, they will absolutely love this. So we've got, is this the room with 6 or 8? 1,
This
2,
is
3,
6.
4, 5. And then there's one with 8, isn't there?
Yep.
So Jennifer's over there. We can actually talk with Jennifer about the pods. How often are these booked?
All the time. In fact, last night we had a couple book last minute, and he works for Lucasfilms, and they travel around, and they go to all the conventions, they go to do all of the stuff, and they were looking for a place in between Chicago and Oklahoma, and they booked at 8 o'clock, and they are coming back and staying on Monday.
See? It's so much fun here. Okay, if they're not a Star Wars fan and they're like,
Do you want to see the other one real quick?
Yes.
All right.
Come on. Oh, do I need to take my card out?
No, you're
Okay. Again, I know the owner. It's her. If somebody gets mad at me for leaving the card in. Okay, here's the 8.
New Star Wars, this is old Star Wars.
Look at this.
And the best part is behind the door.
Yeah, you got to see all this. Okay, come on in, Mayor. Can you make a Chewbacca sound?
I cannot. My son is fabulous at it, though.
My dog
Oh,
is.
Jarrell does a great, the pianist. He does a great Chewbacca.
We need him here. My dog makes that sound. Okay, so Tia is showing us there's 8. Here's Darth Vader. And by the way, rest in peace, James Earl Jones, one of the most incredible voices of all time. The voice of Darth Vader, Mufasa, you name it, on and on and on. And did you know he had a stuttering problem when he was 5 years old and now one of the greatest voices of all time? Look it up here. I mean, super, super amazing. These are huge.
Close the door real quick.
So we already were told that a 6'2" person could fit in here. 6'7" person. You got to see that. Look at how cool. Look at that.
It's not even a sticker, it's real.
He's in there. We've been trying to get him out for 3 years.
Right. Our
All right.
contractor built him in there.
Before we wrap up, we're going to go in here. I want you to. We're going to show the room that Jeff said he can't fit in the jacuzzi tub because he's so big. But it is relaxing for most people. This is the Concord Suite. Oh, lap of luxury. Isn't this cool? This is Shane and Jennifer's favorite room. There's the jacuzzi tub. Okay, I did not say that. Shane. But this is, again, and you look at this and think, this is what the women would choose. But Shane said, nope, we all love this. This is the room that I think a lot of couples would probably want to have, right? Come on over here.
Right.
Yes. Before we go and wrap up the show downstairs, there are several rooms, 18, and there are how many people?
15 rooms so we can sleep 80 people.
Yeah, 80. There's so many names and numbers
It's
in my head
exactly.
right now.
and it's evening, and I'm usually on in the morning. 15 rooms, 80 people, dogs, and just a lot of people galore having a great time. And this is the favorite room for maybe the adults, and the kids like the pods. Right?
It's still fun.
I didn't get a chance to show you, but we showed you pictures earlier of the bunk beds. And again, just the community feel of it all. So I want to thank my team, by the way, before we run back downstairs and wrap up the show. So Tia and Zach and Ashlyn, my husband Jim's here. Lori, Abby are here as well. Everybody behind the scenes, because we really couldn't do what we want to do in life, right? Without the people lifting us up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our kids, our family, our people.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Our people, right?
Yep.
I brought a drink in the pod. I'm sorry.
You can do that.
Because I know the owner.
You know people.
All right, we're going to take our final break. We'll be back to wrap up the show on The Real Monica Adams Show here at the Landing Hub in Pacific. Everyone knows about Jody's balls, and why is that?
I have the best ball.
Oh my God. Oh, wait.
She's a special woman and done so much for St. Louis.
Watching her work is one of the most incredible things you can see.
She just sees value in everyone.
Sometimes people just need you to sit with them and hear them. I feel heard.
The time flew by, and it was like sitting and talking to a friend.
Not only creating a better place here in St. Louis, but to inspire others. It's always great to have examples like you.
You have such a light and such a presence, and I could feel it this morning.
We knew right away when you started this, we wanted to be on your show. Thanks for having us.
And I look forward to seeing how you rock and roll and shake it up.
And welcome back. The afternoon version of The Real Monica Adams Show, live at the Landing Hub in Pacific. We've got people just hanging out by the pool, having a great time, eating some food. They've got, evidently, Shane Mayer's worldwide famous chicken wings that you have to come here for, that I can't wait to try, as well as they have a pizza oven. They've got drinks here. They've got a photo booth. So before we leave, my entire team has to do something fun at the photo booth. And just really an opportunity for you, as I mentioned, to walk around and see how cool the Landing Hub is, and an opportunity for you to win an entire, where else can you win an entire hotel for you and for other guests? That's what we're talking about. Come on in. We're doing this community feel for you. I just love being real. So Shane and Jennifer are the owners. Who's this coming into it?
This is Big Meow.
Big Meow. Oh, is this who you told me about?
Yes.
We got to talk about this.
Yes.
Come on in, Big Meow.
It's actually Leo, but I'll
no,
go
but
by
it's
Meow.
All right, we're gonna wrap up with Big Meow. So let's talk about the story about why you call him that. All right, you want to tell it?
Yeah, it's because Shane is just a magnificent, creative person. We were at a convention together, and we had our name tags printed out. So Shane just came up with it on the fly. It was amazing because I got to meet a lot of folks I want to look. I look forward to meeting these folks my whole life, and a couple of famous actors, whatever. And they're all just looking at me the whole time, just staring at my chest. I no eye contact, and then finally come like, why meow? And I'm like trying to think of a great story, just like now.
Yes.
And I got nothing other than it's Shane.
Or they were looking at it like, I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, what country are you from?
Right, a lot of them were like,
wow. So talk about these two wonderful human beings and what you love most about them as business owners, and then more so genuinely as humans.
So I think both of those things happen at the same time.
Good.
Really what you have is, in both Jen and Shane, I met both of them just about 2 years ago, but now I can honestly say they're as close as any brother or sister I have. What they've built here business-wise, both with the hub, I help them out at the Cigar Vault. That's kind of my play in this whole thing. They really have just that family environment they've built, and I say with all their employees, with everybody they work with. Nobody works for them, everybody works with them. Mm-hmm. And it's that sense of community that they've built with their businesses that really you see what kind of people they are.
Yep.
And it's just warm, it's friendly, it's being open, it's being honest.
Yeah.
You know, and Shane and Jen are both called like it is people.
Yep.
And even Meow screws up from time to time.
I love that you called yourself Meow.
I refer to myself in the third person a lot. But no.
What did you say your real name is?
Leo.
Leo.
See,
Yes.
how could you not say meow?
Leo's easier than Meow. But
you will never be Leo.
So I will tell you a quick story about how I did get involved with these guys. So we were leaving the house, and the Cigar Vault opened up about the same time as another cigar bar, both about 20 minutes from our house.
Okay.
And so my wife and I were getting ready to leave. It was kind of like, okay, whichever place we go, we had not been to either one, we're creatures of habit.
Yep.
And we're going to go to that same place. We turned left instead of right. We ended up coming to the Cigar Vault instead of the other place. And 2 years later, almost 2 years later, we've yet to be to the other place.
I will ask you this, Meow. Are you faith-based?
A little bit.
Well, I always call those God winks, and I always say that God directed you. So you were supposed to meet them as friends. You weren't supposed to go to the other one.
Exactly.
You probably wouldn't have had the same experience, and you wouldn't have had these wonderful friendships.
The 100%.
Yeah.
And I think, building that little relationship, hanging out at the bar. I'm a huge cigar person,
Mm-hmm.
and
The cigar guy.
The cigar guy. That's my
AKA Meow.
Yes. The cigar guy is
You
my
got
official
many nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
My nom de plume is the cigar guy, right? And sorry, those are big words for Shane. I
Yes.
apologize.
Well,
And-
that comes from Milhu. Whatever country that is you're from, you.
Exactly. Listen, if you could figure it out, let me know.
All right, this is the kind of fun that you can have here. Yes, Beckett just said cool place. Absolutely. Our aspiring meteorologist. I love it. You need to tell your family to book a stay here for you and all of your friends, a staycation, Beckett. Have you seen him, by the way? He's our aspiring meteorologist that has been on Fox Weather, on the Weather Channel.
Yeah, I think I have.
He's incredible. He's 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
No, and normally people hear that and go, oh, that's cute. You have a 14. I'm like, no. I was in news for a long time, and I would put him up against any meteorologist that we have in St. Louis. So he's watching right now. Beckett, I love that. Yes, it's a very cool place that you need to come to. So as we're in our wrap up, for people who haven't stayed here, what would be the thing to bring it home to tell them to book?
Real simple. This place could be whatever you want it to be. So whether that's, if I used to travel for business for many, many years, doing audits in the financial industry, very boring stuff. But and
That's because I sell fun.
Right.
Or why I sell fun.
But for your business person, there's everything here you could possibly need.
Yep.
But if you're also traveling with your family for fun, Six Flags is right down the road. Mm-hmm. We're really just down the road at Busch Stadium. You hop on the highway, and in 20 minutes you're there. There's so many things. You're really centrally located. We've had my daughter's birthday here now twice, her 11th and 12th birthdays. Had some friends with her. The facilities here, whether it's everything like ping pong table, the pool, everything. Kids have a great time. So it really could be whatever you want it to be. You could have a wedding here. You could have the fanciest Christmas party here ever, or you could have a big old 4th of July bash. It really could be whatever you want to be. And I think that chameleon nature, again, is a reflection on both Jen and Shane, what they've built, what they're able to build with the Cigar Vault as well. It's just crazy how the environment can change based on whatever your needs are.
Absolutely. And that's the thing that I love, because again, you'd be supporting 2 small businesses or multiple, because they're very big in saying, yeah, you can come here, have a drink and a cigar at the Cigar Vault, but we recommend that you go over here and go over here and have lunch or dinner and then come back and then stay here, right? Keep the money in the small businesses. As we get ready to do our wrap up here in the last 5 minutes, I want to take that view outside again, because people are having such a great time. New people that have never been here before. Have you been in the pool, by the way?
I have.
Have you done a cannonball?
I have.
Our Chewbacca, this is a cue.
Oh, come here, Chewbacca.
Come here.
I've got to hear a Chewbacca before we wrap up.
Hear a good Chewbacca.
I did.
And he cannonballed in a couple weeks ago in the middle of a.
It was your birthday party.
Oh yeah, big birthday.
What's your name?
Jarrell.
Yes. So can you do Chewbacca for me?
You want me to do
so
Chewbacca,
much pressure.
Huh?
So much pressure.
He's our pianist tonight.
Oh, I love that.
Chewy.
Way to go.
Sir, well done.
So how long have you been playing piano?
Oh my Lord Jesus. I started at 10.
We said he's faith-based.
like 30 years.
30 years.
On and off.
On and off?
Yes.
All right. So where can people follow you and see you play?
I play all over. I play with the St. Louis.
They're already trying to book you. Hear that?
Right.
We're in. So I played with the St. Louis Big Band for 6 years. Now I just do solo stuff with my friend Toby. We do a lot of just local little bars and stuff like that. We do private parties. You can reach out to me either on Facebook or my IG page as well.
I was just going to say, so what's your handle?
My IG handle, you're going to make me lie to you because I don't use it that much.
Just reach out to Shane.
You can't lie.
Just
Everything's
reach out
real
to
on
the
this
Landing
show.
Hub and
Okay.
we'll get you
Landing Hub, you can get through me there.
Okay.
Music Hills is my IG.
HILLS, or do you put a Z in?
No.
Wow.
Music Hills.
Hey, I don't know. He's meow. You might be.
You never know.
Apparently, I'm Cannonball, Chewy now.
Yes, you are. Everybody that comes to the Landing Hub, you get a nickname before you leave. That's what's going to happen here. But you see how much fun we've had. I met them, but only a month ago. Just met them. Met Jeff and Shannon and the mayor, and we all are just laughing together, having fun. And that's really the environment that you've created.
Look at this medicine.
Right?
This medicine, the laughter.
It is.
medicine.
It
Yes.
is. And today is National Hug Day, by the way. So we put hugs together and laughter together. Look at the hug, the bromance that's going on behind me.
Get a pod.
You're making Shane jealous.
Get a pod. All right, everyone. One more time. Yes, looks like a really neat place. It is. So start spreading the word and telling people that they can book a room. Let's tell you one more time, and you can see it on my social reels. That I want to thank Tia. She posted it right before we went on. If you book a room, and you're going to want to, because this is the kind of fun you'll have, grab your friends, grab your family, book a room at the Landing Hub from now until Halloween, and you get 5% off your discount. And then the coolest thing of all, because where else can you do this? You get put into a drawing to win the entire hotel for a night. That's amazing. Where'd you come up with that idea?
Go big or go home. And if you want to do that, and if you're not sure that you can provide enough fun, ask us. Big Leo, meow, can come and bartend or do whatever else you want.
Jarrell can play.
Jarrell can play whatever. He can bring whoever. You need live music. You need preferred catering. If you want to have a helicopter land in the backyard, if you want to have an amusement park, we've had people that have had carnivals here. There's no end to what we won't help you do to have fun.
You dream it up and they will bring it home for you. And you also are working with Dogs for the Brave to do a dog park, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Dogs for a Brave. We're going to do a dog park. Hopefully it works out. That's our next biggest goal, is to get, because the people that come in from Purina and the people that have dogs, and we just have to have a dog park. That was on the budget from day one. It just didn't happen. So hopefully this winter we'll be able to get it in, and hopefully Dogs for our Brave can help us make it happen.
And how do you say Brian's last name? Is it
Brian Pichelle.
Pichelle. So Brian's actually coming on our show in just a handful of weeks in October. So be looking for that, because it's an incredible organization. I actually looked in my dog's eyes and said, we're going to have a staycation and we're going to bring all of you here. I've been promising them.
Nice.
They didn't say anything back. They didn't say woof. But they are happy. I saw them wag their tails, and we're going to do that. I want to thank you and all of you. Again, come on over here because we've got to say goodbye. We want to bring Jennifer back in the mix. You have truly created an incredible community. So what final words would you like to say to our audience?
It's, we use the tagline, changing the way you travel. And it's not because we're travel agents. It's because when you stay here, it's different. You're not locked in your room the whole time. We're changing the way we're getting people back out. COVID really ruined people from smiling and talking, and
it tried to.
Yes. And, but this was one of these things that it's bringing people back, and, watching the kids play here and scream because they don't want to go to Six Flags. They don't want to go down to the Cardinals game. They just want to stay here and play. It's that, like you asked earlier, what makes me proud? That's it, is we have a place where kids want to be off their devices.
I love that.
We want parents off their devices. Just hang out and have fun.
Yes, be with your people more. And Shane, last words?
He sells fun.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, you stole it.
He does sell fun, and they want you to come here. So the best way to book?
Landinghub.com.
And Jennifer actually made up a good point. She said that people were trying to get a hold of you and say, hey, it's not showing up. It's grayed out. That's because the entire hotel was booked, right?
Yep. So if you're having trouble booking, there's contact us. And, you know, we are working with the website people that way. If it's not available, it will show up that it's not available. But yeah, if you have any trouble booking, I know a lot of people are just used to walking into a hotel and putting their credit card down. This is a little outside of the box, but
work for it. It's worth it.
Yes.
There you go. There's your tagline. Work for it. It's worth it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. We're going to wrap up the broadcast, but we're going to really start having fun. We're going to head down about a mile. So if you want to meet us and you couldn't come here, the Cigar Vault, which is just about a mile or even less than a mile away, probably. You want to give them the address?
115 West St. Louis Street, downtown Pacific.
Join us. Listen.
P-Town.
P-Town.
P-Town. Oh, look at that. Where is Diddy in town? P-Town.
Watch out,
Oh, yeah. Watch out. We are wrapping up at the landing hub, and we're going to head right there to the Cigar Vault. Grab a drink. If you want to grab a cigar, maybe it's the first time for you to be introduced to one. Or as we said earlier, if you don't like cigars, it's okay. You don't have to have a drink or a cigar. Just come and laugh and spend time with the community. Maybe walk outside and just enjoy everything that is thriving in Pacific. Thank you all so much. Share this show, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on The Real Monica Adams Show.